What is up? We are running the 50% crew versus the 9 skill crew challenge today in the Cromwell on Serene Coast. Now we are in the Cromwell, of course, a tier 6 tank. This tank does not take vertical stabilizers. Instead, it uses a gun lane drive. Now, of course, I've got vents, I've got optics, and I've got the gun lane drive on this tank. I've decided not to put any kind of gun rammers in this tank, and that's because this tank reloads in 3.5 seconds. You don't need another 10% reload extra for this tank. So tanks under 4 seconds, under 5 seconds, I don't run rammers. Instead, I put the gun lane drive for extra aiming when I am when I'm stationary. It assists in the aiming time. It brings the aiming time down to 1.84 seconds. Not like it's very slow aiming time anyway, but you can see me not being very aggressive here in Serene Coast. I'm being rushed by a tier 6 type 62, tier 7 type 62. Now he can easily finish me off, so what I'm trying to do is rush him down and try and ram him. He escaped me the first time. I'm gonna get him the second time. I managed to track him there and I managed to ram him, and that's the only reason why I killed him. Managed to kill him anyway. 3 artillery in this game, which is why I did not go up to the Charlie 1 position. Look at that, all 3 artillery tried to kill me there. So when you're facing artillery and you're not top tier, you do not want to be super aggressive. You saw me sitting at the back there sniping from the bush, and that was my initial plan. I didn't plan on being rushed by the Type 62. I was going out to the middle to face the STRV-74 that was creeping its way down the middle to our base, and I tried to take him out there, and that's exactly what instead of meeting him, the Type 62 rushed me, but I can't do anything about that. But easy enough for me to handle him as long as I could get that ramming speed and try to take out most of his HP with that ram, and that's exactly what I did. You had to react fast to do that. I got a bit lucky with that tracking. Otherwise he could have avoided me. He did avoid me. He did avoid the ram the first time. When I tried to ram him, he just ducked away. He duked me and got away, but I managed to track him and ram him, and now I'm getting the tracking shot. I'm hitting the T button on my mouse scroll wheel button, hitting the T button, telling my team to focus fire him down and try to support my team here with the final shot on the IS. I don't have any shots, so I'm just jockeying for position here. This is where the gun lane drive helps out a bit. When you're stationary, the gun lane drive aims a little bit quicker than your normal without gun lane drive. The aim time 1.84 seconds as opposed to 1.88 seconds if you didn't have a gun lane, if you didn't have a good crew. I mean, this is a 9 skill crew game, of course, and in a 9 skill crew game, obviously I'm going to do pretty well in this game. Not fantastically well, but this is your regular run-of-the-mill game. I think 1800 damage. I come up here to this position, try to spot out the artillery if I can before I rush into the base and finish off the last 4 tanks. There you go, there's the artillery. He doesn't spot me. Now I get in there, see if I can get that comment. Oh, there's another artillery. Let's finish him off. He doesn't even spot me. Oh, he does spot me there, but it's too late for him to pull the trigger on me, I guess. And there you go, just like that, finishes him off. And now there's 2 more tanks, one artillery left, and that comment. Now I am a one-shot, so I don't want to give away any kind of HP. I get the killing shot on that comment. Now I try to run away. I think the artillery is on the island, so that's exactly where I'm heading. Not the island, I mean the peninsula, right on the eastern side of the map. That's where I'm heading, but instead if I find out he's right behind me and I have no shots on him. But anyway, it's still a good game for me. It didn't take me too many games to get a nice game out of this tank. Actually, I think this was my first game or my second game, and I got a good game out of this tank with 9 skill crew. Easily a first well, not an ace tanker, but I got a first, what do you call that? First class? Yeah, so that was a first class game. Very easy when you have 9 skill crews. Sometimes you have to fire premium shells, and that's exactly what I did in that game, because I was not top tier. Now I am top tier in the second game, but I am totally in a 50% crew here. So you can see my view range circle. It is absolutely nothing. I've got no view range. Remember the 3 pillars of success in this game: vision, stealth, mobility. I still have mobility, but I have terrible vision here, and I have terrible stealth, so I need to be careful. But I have to be aggressive, and I have to come up here simply because I am top tier. I am expected to lead the team, try to help the team out, use my mobility, get up here, at least scare the enemy off a little bit, make them pause a little bit. Now I need to get the hell out of here because there is a lot more than one tank here. Look at that, there's a couple of tanks coming up this way. I managed to land one shot, but I'm not going to make a lot of those long distance shots because the aim time and the dispersion is a lot worse because I have a 50% crew. I mean, it's not a lot worse, but it's a lot less reliable. The aim time from 1.84 now it's 1.88. It's not that bad. Dispersion still the same, 0.32, but my moving dispersion and my tank traverse and turret traverse dispersions have changed a lot. With the 9 skill crew I have 0.20 moving dispersion. With a 50% crew I have 0.22 dispersion. So it's really bad, especially when you're moving around trying to shoot turrets and stuff like that. It's terrible. But being top tier in the team, I am leading the charge, I am making the push, and by doing that it has encouraged my team. Look at these 2 guys here. They've decided to come forward and help me out only because as the top tier and the aggressive tank, you are leading the charge. When you are doing that, you are encouraging your team to come forward to help you, and that's exactly what I did. And since they've taken up that position, I move on to a different position and try to spot out the enemy artillery if I can, and see if I can help out from here. It looks like, oh, someone's shooting me from the other side, so I know I'm being spotted here even though I don't have 6th sense because there's explosions going on around me, so I just need to be careful here. Oop, looks like I've spotted the artillery. I have no doubt that he spotted me as well. Look at me. I am like 5 feet away from that guy and I can't shoot him. So I'm trying it again. I aim a bit longer and I managed to get him, but I take a HE shell in the face. I'll try to shoot that guy again. Look at that. He's 5 feet in front of me and I can't hit him. That's the problem when you have 50% skill crew. You can play with 50% skill crew, but don't expect amazing results. It's very difficult to get your aim centered. It takes a long time to aim. Even though that guy's 5 feet away from me, it was difficult for me to shoot at him. Now I should have rammed this T-52 when I saw him coming in front of me. I made a mistake there by backing off. I could have rammed him, get a little bit of damage. I might have died, but at least I would have get a bit of damage from him by shooting him and ramming him at the same time. Nevertheless, we do end up winning this game, so that's okay, I guess. I'm going to speed this game up just to show you what's going on with the rest of the game. There are some firecrackers going off at the back of me. Christmas celebrations coming early. I guess firecrackers going off around my neighborhood. Festive season, nice time of the year. It's also raining behind me. Here you go. Here's the results on the first game. I got the first class there. And 1800 damage. Finished second on my team. Over 1000 XP. Really good game. Very easy to get a good game when you have a 9 skill crew and you're playing aggressively and you're doing your calculations, playing well. Now on my second game I did play very well. I'm very happy with the results, but look at that, 10 shots, only 5 landed, and although all 5 of them landed, and penetrated. I only made 50% of the shots that I made, while in the first game I made more than 70, in fact 80% of the shots I made landed. So accuracy is a big deal here, but if you're using mobility and being aggressive, you can still make a 50% crew work in a Cromwell. So that's the video for today. Hope you learned something and enjoyed that video. If you liked it, please give it a like. It helps out my channel a lot, and let me thank you in advance for it. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.